All right. First, I want to start by saying Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yahweh Shah, Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yahweh Shah, Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yahweh Shah. Koholo Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakat Kodash. Double honors, Pastor Elders, Great Millstone, rule and teach well. Peace, salutation to all you Akim and Aqua from the four corners of the earth. All you Akim teaching and preaching Yahweh Shah in the gospel. And I'm Yaquab from YSO, Yahweh Shah Sanctified Ones. I'm coming with a video. Uh, so, you in the spirit. What spirit you coming in? Okay, because I often hear videos, and I'm not saying all the brothers, the shoe fit wear, but I often hear videos from certain brothers, or certain supposed to be brothers that come out and say that they always in the spirit. Well, we all in the spirit. All of us is in some type of spirit. When you're doing the video, all videos are spiritual. But what spirit are you coming in? See, that's the difference. Because everything is spiritual. Everything is of Yahweh Shema Shah, right? All things are spiritual. You can read that Ephesians 6 chapter. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, right? I think that's like 6 and 12. We wrestle against spiritual wickedness in high places. So everything is spiritual, okay? But wicked is a spirit as well. But it's a lot of brothers that don't realize that they coming in the spirit of wickedness, prophesying in the spirit of wickedness. Well, let me get this. All right, let me see. Yep. This I want, let me see. All right, I'm gonna go here. All right, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. This is Slacky. I just want to make sure I'm right. I want to make sure I'm right. Let me proofread this before I make sure I go to the wrong scripture. Yeah, come. All right, this is I'm gonna read up a little bit though. This is Second Chronicles 18. Let me Salakia right quick. Let me get that in my let me get that in my let me get that on my sword because I know I got a preset probably with that. Yeah, I think I got a preset with that. Hold on, give me a second. Second Chronicles. There's Kings. Chronicles. Second Chronicles. Okay, 18 and what was that 21? Salaki for the quick pause because I wanted to see something. I think I did this before, but I can't 100% remember. All right, let me see. This is Second Chronicles. Yeah. Okay. Yep. That's it. Okay. This Second Chronicles. I want to make sure I was right. This Second Chronicles, because that's one thing. Like when you in the, it just popped. Now that's when oh yeah, man. The Spirit just gave me a scripture to go to right quick. But it popped in my head. But I just wanted to go back and proofread it because I don't want to put out anything that's false and that's a lie. Right. I don't want to be misspeaking and saying the wrong things. So sometimes you got to go back and just make sure to check, make sure you reference everything you can possibly. All right, but this is Second Chronicles 18, and this is Second Chronicles 18 and 18. Again, he said, therefore, hear the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting upon his throne, and all the hosts. All right, well, this goes back to Ahab, which was king. Goes back to Ahab and Jehoshaphat. Okay, the king of Judah, king of Israel. Okay, this goes back to the Lord putting that spirit, okay, upon Ahab and upon the prophets, right, to put that spirit of a lying tongue in their mouth. So we got to know what spirit we coming in, because there's many different spirits that brothers come in, or that so-called brothers come in. You can come in the spirit of your wisdom, could be in what you might think is in righteousness, but it's actually in wickedness, right? So let me go to the story. This is Second Chronicles 18 and 18. Again, he said, and this is what is his name? Meshapa or Mesham or Meshachim or Mesham. Meshachim. All right, I might not be saying it right, but he was a prophet that had put was prophesying against Ahab, and every time he prophesied against Ahab, he was telling Ahab what the Lord was going to do to him. It's going to put him to death. And Ahab always complained. He was complaining to the king of Israel that every time this prophet comes, he's always prophesying against Ahab. He's never prophesying anything good for him. Why? Because Ahab was wicked, but Ahab thought he was righteous in his own mind, right? All right. So anyway, let's get back to let's get back to the story. Okay. Again, he said, therefore, well, let me go up to 17 right quick. Yeah. And the king of Israel said to Jehoshaphat, Did I not tell thee that he would not prophesy good unto me, but evil? And that goes back to the prophet prophesying against Ahab. Okay. Again, he said, therefore, hear the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting upon his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing on the right hand and on his left. I mean, right is righteous, left is the wicked. So there's spirits on both sides. And the Lord said, who shall entice? So the Lord was talking to the right hand, the righteous, and he was talking to the left hand spirits, the wicked. The right hand spirits, the left hand spirits. Okay, the right hand is the righteous side, left hand is the wicked side. So he said, who shall entice? Right? You got to read the story. Go back into the story. It blows your mind, right? And you can also find this in, I think it's First Kings, the story in like 22nd chapter. You can find it also. I think it's First Kings like 22. First Kings 22nd chapter, somewhere in there. All right, but now back to the Chronicles. Okay. And go back over that again. Salakia for the reverbing. Again, he said, therefore, hear the word of the Lord. Yahweh Bashim Shah. I saw the Lord sitting upon his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing on his right hand and on his left. And the Lord said, who shall entice Ahab, king of Israel, that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one spake, saying, after this manner, and another saying, after that manner. So these spirits are speaking, which is the angels. Okay. Then there came out a spirit and stood before the Lord Yahweh and said, I will entice him. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go out and be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. So it's a lot of you prophets. It's a lot of you 100 and so-called 44,000, it's a lot of you dudes out here swearing you prophets, but you coming in the spirit of a lying prophet. You got a lying tongue. Okay? The Lord has enticed you to push out these lies. Okay? To push out deceit. To deceive the masses. Okay? So some of you, and this ain't about Esau. This is about you Israelites. Some of y'all are a bunch of fucking false prophets and liars. You're devils. You're demons. You from the left side. You're on the left side of spiritual of the spiritual angels. Okay, so it's gonna be some of you so-called brothers that's wicked, but yet you coming in the name of Yahweh Shem Al Shai because we give him praise. Because even the wicked praise Yahweh Shem Al Shai. Satan praised the Lord. And you go back to Job when he came bowing to the Lord, man, explaining what he was doing, where he was coming, and where he was going. And then the Lord put him to work and said, hey, go, I want you to go do this. And he go and do what he's told. Why? Because he's that spirit that's on the left-hand side doing the job that Yahweh Shem Al Shai want him to do. Because he's in order. See? And some of y'all don't even realize that you're under the spirit of wickedness. Some of y'all don't even realize that the spirit that you're coming in is in the spirit of Satan. Okay? It is the spirit that the Lord gave to the left side. Right? So let me read that again. Verse 21. And he said, I will go out and be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. Mixing up words with some I'm coming in the spirit, or you know, it's the spirit always got me, or you know, or the spirit I'm coming in is, or no, I'm slacky, or I'm fighting against, or I'm in the spirit of flesh, or I'm in the flesh fighting against the spirit, flipping it when it's supposed to be you're in the spirit fighting against the flesh. You know what I'm saying? You know those little small slips of the tongue? That's Satan telling you who you are. See them little small slips of the tongue, and you don't catch it because you can't hear it, because you can't see it, because you are blinded to who you are. See, when you in the spirit, you warn against the flesh. When you in the flesh, you warn against the spirit. That's the left side against the right side against the left side. What side are you on? Some of y'all don't even know what side you're working for. Okay? And he said, I will go out and be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And the Lord said, thou shalt entice him, and thou shalt also prevail. Go out and do even so. So the Lord said, go get it. Go get it done. Because you're going to do it. Because the Lord Yahweh Shem Al Shai said he was going to do it. So he sent them out, that lying spirit, which is Satan, to go do his job, just like he did back with Job. Okay? So regardless of how any brothers feel, you're right. Brothers do be in the spirit. But it's what spirit you coming in. Because a lot of you so-called brothers come in the spirit of the left-hand side. Y'all got them demons on you. You coming in unrighteousness. You coming in wickedness. You coming with deceit and guile. You coming trying to be, you know, smooth words, lying. You know, 1 minute this, 1 minute that, flip-flopping. Telling the brothers one thing, but then you back behind the door doing another, backbiting. Talking about brothers. Why? Because you a bunch of wicked niggas. Because y'all the wicked. You on the wicked side, man. You on the wicked side. You on the side of wickedness. Because it's going to be lying ass prophets that's going to look like you and me. And they're going to come in the spirit of Satan. All right. Now let me go here. Now that was just one account right quick. Let me go here. Oh yeah, I know where I want to go. Let me go here. Oh, I think I got it up here. Did I get it up here? Or did I get it down here? Yeah. No, I'll get it right here because I got it right here. All right, yeah, come. This is let me get it in my sword. This is this is, yeah. All right, this is First Samuel's. All right, and this is I'm gonna jump kind of to the point. I'm gonna jump kind of straight to the not straight to the point, but I'm gonna get closer to it. Okay. Matter of fact, this First Samuel's 10. This is First Samuel chapter 10. I'm gonna start at verse 3. Okay. Then thou shalt go on. No. I'm gonna start at 1. This is First Samuel chapter 10, verse 1. Then Samuel took a vial of oil and poured it upon his head and kissed him and said, is it not because the Lord have anointed thee to be captain over his inheritance? Okay. Salaki, 1 minute. We'll make sure I'm at the right spot. Okay, yep. Okay, yeah, that's what I want to be. Okay. When thou art departed from me today, then thou shalt find 2 men by Rachel's sepulchre in the border of Benjamin at Zelphah, and they will say unto thee, the asses which thou wentest to seek are found, and lo, thy father have left the care of the asses and sorrows for you. Okay, and sorroweth for you, saying, what shall I do for my son? Then shalt thou go on forward from thence, and thou shalt come to the plain of Tabar, and there shall meet thee 3 men going up to Yahweh, to Bethel, one carrying 3 kids, and another carrying 3 loaves of bread, and another carrying a bottle of wine. And they will salute thee, and give thee 2 loaves of bread, which thou shalt receive of their hands. Okay. After that, thou shalt come to the hill of Yahweh, where is the garrison of the Philistines. And it shall come to pass, when thou art come thither to the city, that thou shalt meet a company of prophets coming down from the high place with a pastry and a tabret and a pipe and a harp before them, and they shall prophesy. And the Spirit of the Lord will come upon thee, and thou shalt prophesy with them, and shall be turned into another man. And let it be, when these signs are come unto thee, that thou do as occasion serve thee, for Yahweh is with thee. And thou shalt go down before me to Gilgal, and behold, I will come down unto thee to offer burnt offerings and to sacrifice sacrifices of peace offerings. 7 days shall thou tarry, till I come to thee and show thee what thou shalt do. Okay, and this is Saul they was talking to, was going to prophesy. Now this is Saul. We're talking about Saul, the wicked Saul. Saul, the Spirit of the Lord came upon Saul, and Saul prophesied with the men. So Saul at a time was a prophet as well. He prophesied righteous things. Okay. Saul came in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. Right? Okay. Now listen. And I'm gonna read another, but just listen. We're gonna get into it.
And it was so that when he had turned his back to go from Samuel, Yahweh gave him another heart. And all those signs came to pass that day. And when they came thither to the hill, behold, a company of prophets met him. And the spirit of Yahweh came upon him, and he prophesied among them. And it came to pass, when all that knew him before time saw that, behold, he prophesied among the prophets, then the people said one to another, what is this that is come unto the son of Kiash? Is Saul also among the prophets? Is Saul also among the prophets? And one of the same place answered and said, but who is their father? Therefore it became a proverb. Is Saul also among the prophets? And when he had made an end of prophesying, he came to the high place. And Saul's uncle said unto him and to his servant, whither went ye? And he said, to seek the asses. And when he saw that they were nowhere, we came to Samuel. And Saul's uncle said, tell me, I pray thee, what Samuel said unto you. And Saul said unto his uncle, he told us plainly that the asses were found, but of the matter of the kingdom whereof Samuel spake, he told him not, because the Lord was going to rent the kingdom out of his hand. Right? Okay. But Salakia, the Lord, Samuel was about to become the king. Salakia. I said, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Saul, I said Samuel. Samuel's the prophet. Saul was getting ready to become anointed the king. Okay. So before I keep saying Samuel, so Salakia, but before Samuel is the prophet. Saul also was a prophet that when the Lord make you to prophesy, he'll put a spirit in whoever's mouth at whatever time and whatever occasion. Okay. So if the Lord put a lying tongue in your mouth, he chooses to do it and you won't know it. If the Lord put a righteous tongue in your mouth, at any time he'll do it. It's all in the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Right? So before Saul became king, before Saul became king, he prophesied with the men. This was all a part of him becoming, king. The Lord put his spirit upon Saul before he became the first king. Right? Okay. Now I'm gonna jump down. We're gonna jump down a couple of verses we're gonna jump to the next chapter, matter of fact, because it's the 11th chapter. Okay. This is 1 Samuel chapter 11. Yeah, this is 1 Samuel chapter 11, verse 4. Then came the messenger to Gibeah of Saul and told the tidings in the ears of the people. And all the people lifted up their voices and wept. And behold, Saul came after the herd out of the field. And Saul said, what aileth the people that they weep? And they told him the tidings of the men of Jabesh. And the spirit of Yahweh came upon Saul when he heard those tidings, and his anger was kindled greatly. And he took a yoke of oxen and hewed them in pieces and sent them throughout all the coasts of Israel. Okay, this is the Amorites, I believe, was coming to in a condition of war with Israel. Okay, so the Lord would take the spirit, right? Because Saul was the king. And the Lord had put a spirit of war on Saul. So the Lord put the spirit, came upon Saul, just came upon him, and he got busy to call the men up to war, to get ready to go to war. Okay. This is the spirit of the Lord. The Lord will push a spirit upon you at whatever time, whether you prophesying, you teaching, whatever you're doing, the Lord will put that spirit upon you when you in a drastic situation.
You don't know what spirit the Lord going to put upon you, but the Lord can put a spirit upon you at any point in time, right? Now I'm just right quick. I'm just going to jump down. Now, might seem like I'm kind of, but now this is goes to 1 Samuel 16 chapter. Just, bear with me. Okay. All right, now this is where King David basically is about to be anointed to be the king, right, over Israel. So now Israel is getting ready to be taken out of the hand of Saul, of King Saul. Okay. All right, so this is Salaki. This is I'm gonna read up. This is 1 Samuel 16 and 12. And he sent and brought him in. Well, this is when Saul asked, let me go up to 11. And Saul said unto Jesse, are here all thy children? And he said, there remaineth yet the youngest, and behold, he keepeth the sheep. And Samuel said unto Jesse, send and fetch him, for we will not sit down till he come hither. And he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy and withal of a beautiful countenance and goodly to look to. And the Lord said, arise, anoint him, for this is he. Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of the brethren. Okay. In the midst of the brethren. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon David from that day forward. So Samuel rose up and went to Ramah, but the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from the Lord troubled him. Okay, so the first part I just wanted to kind of show how when the Lord put the Spirit on Saul in righteousness, just like his brothers that come in the truth, or so-called brothers come in the truth, the Lord will put that spirit of righteousness on you. Right, but after so far and so long, so many things, your true nature, your true spirit show forth, and then he shows your spirit, and he puts another spirit on you. He makes you another man, and that other man that he puts, because Saul became another man through the spirit of Yahweh Shemal Shai, but he also made Saul another man when he put that evil spirit upon him. So he also put that evil spirit upon Saul. Okay, so this happens to a lot of so-called brothers that come in the truth. 1 minute you on point, you doing your thing. The next minute you get rebuked, right? You can't take the rebuke. You get mad, you get angry. The spirit of anger rises up on you and hate. Okay, you get mad at your brother. You can't take it. So now the Lord has took that spirit from you. Now that's become your stumbling block. Okay. And not a new spirit that's on you is the spirit of wickedness. Now he done put Satan on you without you even really knowing and understanding what just happened to you. See? So you got to know what spirit you're coming in. You got to know what spirit that the Lord has put upon you. Okay. Read that again. But the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from the Lord troubled him. Okay. And Saul's servant said unto him, behold now, an evil spirit from Yahweh troubleth thee. Let our Lord now command thy servants, which are before thee, to seek out a man who is a cunning player on harp. And it shall come to pass when the evil spirit from Yahweh is upon thee, that he shall play with his hand, and thou shalt be well. Okay. And Saul said unto his servant, provide me now a man that can play well, and bring him to me, because he knew that his time was over. He was fucking up. He did, go back through the story. He didn't, do as the Lord commanded him. When they went to war, they took the sheep. They weren't supposed to take all the things they took. They left the king. I forget the king's name, but he was supposed to do the commandments of the Lord. But Saul did it his own way. Then he went and seen ended up going to a soothsayer or a witch, And you will see it during the end, during the time of him coming out of the kingdom. He go to his spirit of wickedness was on him so heavy. He went and ended up eventually going to get pulling Samuel after Samuel was laid to rest. Pull Samuel back up, right, through the spirit of wickedness. Okay, because Saul had this because the Lord had put this evil spirit on Saul when Samuel basically anointed and crowned David as king through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Soon as he was anointed, soon as King David was anointed, the Lord took his spirit away from Saul, the spirit of righteousness, and he put on to Saul the spirit of wickedness, the evil. Okay. All right, so this so let me go here. So this is 1 Samuel 16 is 16. Let our Lord, I already read that slot. 17. Was I at 17? No. Yeah, I'm gonna read. Well, hold on, wait. Let me jump down. Let me jump down. All right, this is 1 Samuel. I'm just gonna jump down to about 23. No, about 22. And Saul sent to Jesse, saying, "Let David, I pray thee, stand before me, for he hath found favor in my sight." And it came to pass, when the evil spirit from Yahweh was upon Saul, that David took a heart. Okay, so King David, spirit knew that he had a demon on. He knew he had a demon on. Okay, and played with his hand, so Saul was refreshed and was well, and the evil spirit departed from him. Okay, see, so you can get, so what spirit are you coming in? Because the Lord, like I said, he will put a spirit of wickedness on you, and you thinking you're doing the Lord's work, the Lord's bidding. You think you're doing righteousness. You think you say I'm in the spirit. Well, what spirit is that? Like I read back from Ahab. The Lord put a lying tongue in the mouths of his prophets. So what spirit did the Lord send out upon you? Okay, let me go to 1 Samuel's a little more on it. All right, this is 1 Samuel 18, and I'm gonna start at, you can read it. This is all stuff that I'm kind of skipping around, but this is stuff that you can go and read through the whole thing. Okay, this it's beautiful, right? Okay, this is 1 Samuel 18, and let me start at that, because it's just one of those things. Let me start at 6. It's tough not to. Let me start at 6. This is 1 Samuel 18 and 6. And it came to pass, as they came when David was returned from the slaughter of the Philistines, that the women came out of all the cities of Israel singing and dancing to meet King Saul, with tabrets, with joy, and with instruments of music. And so remember, the Lord was still using Saul. Saul was still going to war. Saul was still putting the work in, but the Lord had put an evil spirit upon Saul. But he was still doing the work of the Lord. The Lord still had him doing the job. He was still doing the job right alongside of King David, his enemy, who he felt was his enemy. See? But the Lord was still using Saul, which was King Saul at the time. He was still using him for his purpose. And it came to, what was that? Yep. The women came out of all the cities of Israel singing and dancing to meet King Saul, with tabrets, with joy, and with instruments of music. And the women answered one another as they played and said, Saul have slain his thousands, and David 10,000, his 10,000s. And Saul was very wroth, so he got mad, he got jealous. And the sayings displeased him.
And he said, they have ascribed unto David 10,000, and to me they have ascribed but thousands. And what can he have more but the kingdom? Uh-oh. That spirit rose up, and Saul eyed David from that day forward.
So when you and you brothers that be in these camps, in these groups, you be eyeing brothers, you in the spirit of Saul, man. Satan has jumped upon you. You sitting in camp, brother reading or brother teaching, and you over there cutting your eye at him. Hey, man, that's Satan, man. What spirit you done came in? Because it's a lot of you so-called brothers, you false prophets in these groups, in these camps, be prophesying, but in what name? And in what spirit? What spirit you come in prophesying? So we all in the spirit. Everybody's going to be in some type of spirit. But what spirit did you come in? You know? What spirit did the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai put on you? Now you think you all righteous, but yet now you eyeing brothers, you know, and his eye should be, oh, let me get that. That's Deuteronomy 28. Matter of fact, and this is about our captivity, but this is what the men of Israel do. And you know there's some Jake shit because, you know, Jake always staring at you and shit. And you know they got that evil eye because they're always looking at you cross-eyed, sideways, slanted eye, you know. You catch Jake's, you know, giving you that look, and you know what that look means. You know, you're like, okay, you know. So right here, this is Deuteronomy 28 and 54. Deuteronomy 28 and 54. Give me a second. This is Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you, and a lot of you dudes is tender, man. A lot of you do. Let me, I'm gonna go into that word tender. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm going to that word tender. Let me get my blue letter rolling. Okay. This word tender. Let me see. Salakia. It takes me. Let me get my computer move a little slow. Tender, soft, delicate, weak. Okay. Tender, delicate of flesh, weak of heart, timid. See, your lob is weak. You got a weak ass mind. You weak of heart. Your shit is soft. Okay. So a lot of you dudes is timid. A lot of you dudes that's in this truth, you timid, you weak in mind. Your lob is weak. So you, when that weakness, right? When you go back to Deuteronomy 28 and 54, I'm gonna read it again. So that the men that is tender among you, okay, you men is very soft, you men is very weak and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his flesh, toward his brother, okay, and toward the wife of his book, and toward the remnant of his children which he shall leave, okay, so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh, so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, because he have nothing left him in the siege and in the straits wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates. Okay, so we're being distressed, our enemy. We're under our enemy's thumb. And you tender brothers, you weak so-called brothers, you in your flesh, but you say you prophesying in the spirit, but really you prophesying in the flesh because your eye is evil towards your brother. See, you're tender, you're weak in your mind. Your shit ain't right. You think it is because you think, oh, I talked to this elder, or I talked to that brother, and he be in the spirit, or this brother. Well, we all be in some kind of spirit. But now you got to know which spirit you in. Hey, I got to self-check my spirit all the time. I want to make sure I'm in the righteous spirit. I want to make sure the spirit that I'm in is coming from Yahweh Shema Shah on the right-hand side. I have to pray daily that the Lord not putting me in wickedness. You know? See, so if you know that, your wisdom, a man of wisdom and understanding to know that, you will know when you being wicked. You will know when you being weak. You ask forgiveness for your weakness to your brothers. Because you a tender nigga. See, you timid. You can't run, you can't get away, you can't hide. See, when a lot of you brothers get your feelings hurt when you get rebuked, you timid, you weak, you fleshly, you carnal. See, you got that weakness in you. You Saul. You just like Saul. Saul was weak. He was tender. He was timid, delicate, of the mind. Couldn't take it. Couldn't hack it. Couldn't control that shit. Couldn't rule his spirit. Proverbs 25th chapter. See? So y'all speaking these being in the spirit, you right? Everybody in the spirit. But what spirit you coming in? See? You coming in that spirit of weak and tenderness. Okay? Weak and tender spirit. Okay, which is that fleshly spirit. Weak of the heart, timid, soft. Because you can't take it. Can't take a brother getting at you. Oh, he rebuked me more than 3 times. You know, 3 is understanding. You say, you know, see, you'll do a video and say, oh, 3 is understanding. You get rebuked 3 times. Now you don't understand it. But you're a man of understanding. Faint-hearted. See? Now you're faint-hearted. Now you're weak and tender. And you can't take it. You can't hack it. So you gotta go get reassurance from men who you know that are stronger than you, that you think that are stronger than you, but you don't always know their spirit, because the Lord can can switch a prophet from a lying tongue. We don't never know. You should know. Kolo Yahweh Shema Shah, you know what spirit that you in. But Saul, at one point in time, prophesied in righteousness, but also he prophesied in wickedness, as did King David. Okay, Lord put a wicked spirit on King David. He numbered the children of Israel. He had his own man killed for Bathsheba. So we don't always know what spirit we coming in, but we have to pray that the Lord keep the spirit of righteousness on us, that we don't become weak and tenderhearted and timid and soft and delicate, faint-hearted, tenderhearted. See? So when you can't take the rebuke, now you tender as hell. So now you're just going off on your own mind, you know? All right, let me go here. Let me go back here. This is where was I at? Let's go to oh, you know what? Let's go to 1 Samuel 19, chapter 19. And this 1 Samuel chapter 19.
This is Jonathan had cried out to his father not to kill David because King David was innocent. All right. Let me see. This is, like I said, this is just read the whole chapter because I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but go through it. This Psalms chapter. I'm sorry. This is 1 Samuel's chapter 19, verse 4. And Jonathan spake good of David unto Saul his father, and said unto him, let not the king sin against his servant, against David, because he have not sinned against thee, and because his works have been to thee, okay, it's like it has been to thee word very good, for he did put his life in his hand and slew the Philistines, and the Lord wrought a great salvation for all Israel. Thou sawest it and didst rejoice. Wherefore then wilt thou sin against innocent blood to slay David without a cause? Okay, just like Yahweh Shai said, they hate me without a cause. But he hated King David because he knew that the kingdom was going to be his. See, it's because the Lord put that spirit upon Saul because Saul was wicked. Saul wasn't the righteous king. Saul was the king of flesh. He was the fleshly king of Israel because everything about him was all about the flesh because he was so big and massive, masculine. You know, the Lord was teaching that he doesn't. That's why when the Lord told Samuel, look not upon his countenance. Okay, when he was looking at his brothers, when the prophet Samuel was looking for King David, he was, oh, this got to be him or this got to be him, because his brothers were, men of stature. But King David, he wasn't. He was the youngest. So Saul was the king of the flesh. King David represented the king of the spirit. So King Saul represented the left side. King David represents the right side. So which side are you prophesying in? What side are you coming in? Okay. So right here, back to verse 6. And Saul hearkened unto the voice of Jonathan, and Saul swore, as the Lord liveth, he shall not be slain. So Saul said he wasn't going to kill King David. And Jonathan called David, and Jonathan showed him all those things. And Jonathan brought David to Saul, and he was in the presence as in times past, right? And there was war again. And David went out and fought with the Philistines and slew them with a great slaughter. And they fled from him. And the evil spirit from the Lord was up. And the evil spirit from the Lord, from Yahweh, it's in all caps, from Yahweh. So Yahweh put a evil spirit. Okay. And the evil spirit from the Lord was upon Saul. He got jealous again. The Lord put that spirit of anger, that spirit of hate, the spirit of jealousy, rage, envy. Okay, his eye evil towards his brother. He started cutting his eye again at King David. That nigga over there, kill that nigga. That hate, that fake love. Hey, oh, shalom, brother, shalom, shalom. Fucking nigga. That love. Like Benny Siegel did that song, I Can Feel It in the Air. I can feel it in the air. The shit don't sit right. Shit don't seem right. It don't, when you be around certain brothers, you be like, I don't know. Something's off. It's because the spirit of the Lord done put a spirit of wickedness on them dudes, man.
the Lord to put that evil spirit upon them. And this is what a lot of these so-called brothers don't believe, that they don't get a spirit of wickedness on them. But you do. Wow, you be prophesying. Ah, yeah, he talk too much. You think he an elder. You ain't no elder. Or you want to be an elder. And you ain't never said you an elder. You ain't never once tried to be an elder, trying to be above all the whole Israel. But dudes get jealous because in their mind, because they're weak, tender-hearted, soft, gentle of the mind, man. They can't handle it because they want to be something that they not. So they start cutting their eye at you. You know, the spirit of Saul come upon them, which is the evil spirit from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know, so back here again, and the evil spirit from the Lord Yahweh was upon Saul, as he sat in his house with his javelin in his hand. So he just ready. He ready. Got the javelin in his hand, flipping it. As soon as he walked through this door, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. You know, gonna take my kingdom, take my women. You know, the Lord gonna give him respect over me. Saul killed thousands, but David killed tens of thousands. These bitches out here yelling, I'm gonna kill this nigga. What spirit you brothers be in? Okay, I'm gonna read that again, verse 9. And the evil spirit from the Lord was upon Saul, as he sat in his house with the javelin in his hand. And David played with his hand. Okay. And Saul sought to smite David, even to the wall with the javelin. But he slipped away out of Saul's presence, and he smote the javelin into the wall. And David fled and escaped that night. See? You don't know what spirit, you know, we coming in end times. So these be them brothers that I think it was one of the elder brothers from GMS was talking about. He had a dream. It was a bunch of brothers that took, or so-called brothers, right? The Akim that took the Karagma. Okay? That got that incision. See? Because it's gonna be a bunch of you Saul type so-called brothers in the truth, coming and prophesying in the spirit of the Lord. But really, you're prophesying in the spirit of wickedness, man. Okay? Your spirit done got heavy wicked. All right, let me jump down here to verse 20. I'm going to start at verse 19. And this happened a few times. Okay, because King David was in the bed with Micah. He escaped. But this is verse 19. And it was told Saul, saying, behold, David is at Naioth in Ramah. I might be saying it wrong, but Slaki. And Saul sent messengers to take David. And when they saw the company of the prophets prophesying, and Samuel standing as appointed over them, the spirit of Yahweh was upon the messengers of Saul, and they also prophesied. So the Lord put the spirit on Saul's men, okay, that he sent to go get King David, his messengers, but the Lord put his spirit upon them to prophesy with Samuel. Okay? Like I said, you don't know what spirit Yahweh Shai is putting on us. So all these, that's why a lot of brothers fall out of camps. This is why a lot of so-called brothers leave camps, because the Lord put a spirit on you to do it. The Lord put a spirit of wickedness on you to go against apostle elders, to go against your heads of your camps. Now, sometimes them heads be wicked, but the Lord put a spirit on a lot of these different so-called brothers
to run off and do things they weren't supposed to do, but they did it on their own will. So the Lord put a spirit, and they don't even know that they're being wicked. They don't even see that the Lord just threw a spirit of Satan on them, man. Okay. Okay. Then let me go here. Okay. Saul, let me see. Let me read this again. This is 1 Samuel chapter 20, verse 20. And Saul sent messengers to take David. When they saw the company of prophets prophesying and Samuel standing as appointed over them, the spirit of Yahweh was upon the messengers of Saul, and they also prophesied. And when it was told Saul, he sent other messengers. So Saul wasn't trying to fight David. He really more was trying to fight Yahweh. He was trying to go against Yahweh, you know? And they prophesied likewise. And you fight against spiritual wickedness in high places. Okay? And Saul sent messengers again, and a third time, and they prophesied also. Now that's 3 times, it's understanding. All 3 of them started prophesying. Then when he also to Ramah and came to a great well that is in Shechem, and he asked and said, where are Samuel and David? And one said, behold, they be at Naioth in Ramah. And he went thither to Naioth in Ramah, and the spirit of Yahweh was upon him also. And he went on and prophesied until he came to Naioth in Ramah. And he stripped off his clothes also and prophesied before Samuel in like manner, and lay down naked all that day and all that night. Wherefore they say, is Saul also among the prophets? So the Lord will put a spirit for you to prophesy in righteousness, even after he put a spirit for you to prophesy in wickedness. You got to know what spirit you come in. What spirit has the Lord put upon you? Okay, because there's a lot of you so-called brothers out there that prophesy in these spirits, and you be thinking you doing it righteous, and it's be the Lord to put a wicked ass spirit on you. You going against the heads of your camp, and it's the Lord to put a wicked ass spirit on you. And then he'll turn around and make you you can be in your own camp and be prophesying good things, but all the time the Lord got you for wickedness. See? So you got to be able to check your spirit. You got to be able to check your spirit, because you never know what spirit you coming in. All right. Now right here, let me go here. This is Matthew. All right. This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 22. The light of the body is the eye. Like I said, when you go back, Deuteronomy 28 and 54, his eye should be evil towards his brother. He cutting that eye at his brother. Saul cut his eye at King David. See, his eye got evil. So the light of his body was evil, was wicked, was darkness. The light of a lot of you so-called prophets, so-called brothers, you dark, you wicked. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is the darkness? See, no man can serve 2 masters, for either he will hate the one, which show like in King David, hating David was hating Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Either he will hate the one and love the other. So he loved Satan. Or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. He held to Satan and despised Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Ye cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon. You cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon. So what master are you serving? See? You need to know. You need to know. Okay?
Now let me go here. This is 2 Corinthians. This is 2 Corinthians. This is 2 Corinthians. I think I'm on. Yep. Okay, this is 2 Corinthians 11 and about 14. Nah, we're gonna start up. 12. This 2 Corinthians, because I think this is Apostle Paul talking about these false prophets. We read the whole thing, start at the beginning. Okay, but I'm gonna just jump down. I'm gonna try to hit the heaviest meat I can find. This 1 Corinthians, or 2 Corinthians 11 and 12. But what I do, that I would do, that I may cut off occasion from them which desire occasion, that wherein thy glory they may be found, even as we. I should have jumped to Salaki. Well, but you really got to read from 1 all the way down. Okay. Well, let me just, you know what? Just let me read because it sounds a little choppy. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 1. Would to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshai, you could bear with me a little in my folly. Okay. And we all get in our folly. We all get in our foolishness. Okay. And endure and indeed bear with me. For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy. For I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Hamashiach. Okay. But I fear, lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your minds shall be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Hamashiach. Okay, so you gotta watch, because Satan is always on the prowl, always working in the mind before the simple things of the Lord. Okay, you can take a scripture and you can flip it the wrong way, and it's become simplicity, and it becomes something to your mind that it's not. It becomes false. See, you can take it. Another brother can give you a word that's not what it really means. For if he that cometh preaching another Yahushua, whom we have not preached, Yahya and Yeshaya, Jesus, Caesar, whatever, all these other names, Buddha, whatever they want to call them. Or if ye receive another spirit, or if ye receive another spirit. Because you can scream Yahweh Shemel Shai in the spirit of wickedness. See, and have a wicked eye. Your eye be wicked. It's full of darkness. But yet you still calling Yahweh Shai's name. Which ye have not received, or another gospel, which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear with them. For I suppose I was not a wit behind the very chiefest of apostles, chiefest apostles. So he said he may not have been the smartest of them all. But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge. But we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things. Have I committed an offense in abasing myself, that ye might be exalted? So he lowered himself, humbled himself. Because I have preached to you the gospel of Yahweh freely, by Shem Yahushai. I robbed other churches, taking wages of them to do you service. And you would say, what, Paul wicked for robbing other churches? Them churches was wicked. And when I was present with you and wanted, I was chargeable to no man. For that which was lacking to me, the brethren which came from Macedonia supplied, and in all things I have kept myself from being burdensome unto you. And so will I keep myself, as the truth of Hamashiach is in me. Okay, so he come in the spirit of righteousness, not in the spirit of wickedness. No man shall stop me of this boasting in the regions of, I don't know how to say that, Achaia. Wherefore, because I loved you not, Yahweh knoweth. But what I do, that I will do, that I may cut off occasion from them which desire occasions. Because there's only some people are only here for a certain purpose, certain time, certain reason. Okay, and it's only for their purpose, their occasion. That wherein they glory, they may be found even as we. Okay. You think they just like us. You think some of you brothers, you seem just like us, right? But you only for an occasion. For such are false prophets, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Hamashiach. So it's a lot of you so-called brothers who has transformed yourselves because you're only for an occasion. You've transformed yourselves looking like an apostle. Looking like an apostle of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Hamashiach. Okay, that's what you got to understand. So some of you brothers don't know your works is deceitful, conniving, filthy. And no man marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. See, but his light is darkness. Because everything about him is all dark. So also is his prophets. And you are still here on this earth. See, the 144,000 cannot be here without the wicked, without the false prophets. So there's going to be prophets of Israel that are false, that are deceivers, that are deceitful, that you call brother, that you've let in your house, around your family, in your cars, lent money to, took care of, whatever the situation. Because why? Because they're here for an occasion. And like Paul said, they may be found even as we. Sometimes you don't know because they be found just like you. They seem like us. But they're only for an occasion, for a point in time. They go back to that spirit of Saul, to that wicked spirit that the Lord put upon Saul. Okay? The spirit of Satan. And no man marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore, it is no great thing in his ministries. And his ministries also be transformed as the ministries of righteousness. So y'all be out on the highways and byways, looking like you righteous. You know, got the look, got the, talk about Yahweh Shemel, but you wicked as fuck. Because you've been transformed into in the ministries of wickedness. See? Whose end shall be according to their works. So you got to pay for the wickedness that you put out. It's going to come back to you. See? It's going to come back to you. But see, a lot of you don't even know it. You don't even know that the Lord has put this spirit of wickedness on you. You don't even know the spirit that the Lord threw an evil demon on you. And you out here talking Yahweh Shemel Shai, Bashim Kakwadash. I'm in this group, I'm in that group, I'm in this big name group. Oh, I know I'm going to be saved. Okay. You automatic. You already exalted yourself. What the Lord tell you about exalting yourself? Exalt not yourself. See? The Lord will pull you down and he'll push you out. Lord said, humble yourself. Take the lowest room. Don't go run into the highest room. See, a lot of you brothers do that too. Run from a small camp, jump to a big camp. Go and just get yourself exalted. Exalt yourself because you want to be 1,000 views or 1,000 viewerships or 1,000 subscribers. Man, y'all only got 200 subscribers or whatever. Man, I ain't trying to, man. We need some clout. I want some clout. Don't y'all want the clout? You done had those 2, 3 of those. You want to get the clout. We want to be da-da-da-da-da. You run to get yourself exalted. Now you've been exalted. Now I'm going to be saved. All right. We'll see. Because all we can do is see at the end. All we can do is wait on Yahweh Shema Shai and let it happen. Because it's already done. Because see, the Lord already know what everybody was going to do anyway. Why? Because he set us all up to do it. Whether I'm wicked or you wicked. Somebody righteous and somebody wicked. But you got to know what spirit you're coming in. You know? Let me get this right quick. I'm gonna end it off here because I've been going for too long. I keep doing these hour-long videos. I know y'all ain't got no I know a lot of brothers got ADHD. I can't help myself, man. You know, now that's when you're in the spirit. Now I am in the spirit. We always in the spirit. See, I didn't say that, okay? I didn't say I'm in the spirit for a reason, because we all are in some kind of spirit. You're either in the spirit of righteousness or your spirit of wickedness. Which one are you? I'm coming in as Kolo Yahweh Shema Shah, Yahweh Shema Shah Rakazah. I'm coming in the spirit of righteousness. See, I'm gonna say wickedness. See, that's Satan on the slip. Yahweh Shema Shah, Yahweh Shah Rakazah. Okay, that the spirit is coming off in righteousness. My spirit is coming off in righteousness. See, you have to pray. I pray before I even get started. Lord, hey, let this be in your righteousness. I don't want to be wicked. I don't want to do wickedness. I don't want to say something wicked. I don't want to put nothing out there wicked. Period, point blank. Right? So, but you got to know when you make a move, right? You got to get to your closet, to your secret place with the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai. And the Rakaku Dash, you got to get in the spirit. You got to know. When you run and jump yourself out there, you exalting yourself. You exalting yourself. And then you're going to say, oh, it's the Lord that did it. Yeah, it was the Lord that did it. But what spirit did he do it in? What spirit did he throw your ass out there in? Do you know? No, you don't, because you blind, because you know it all, because you're right. See? Because you know what the Lord did. You know Lord got you in the right place. No matter what you read out of Saul, King David, different prophets about Ahab, Lord ain't gonna put no wicked spirit on me. Well, somebody got to be wicked. And we all can't be righteous, man. And it's only 144,000 spots. Shit, this shit tight. I said in my last video, this shit is tight. And this right here, this is the famine. So this shit tight for real, for real. And I'm looking. There's a whole shitload of people talking about Yahweh Shema Shai or Yahweh Shai and I'm Israel and man, whoo. Yeah. Boy, I tell you, it is tight. Okay, there's 144,000 spots. Man, ain't a lot of spots. 12,000 per tribe. Damn, we all can't be Judah. I feel it. I'm scared. You understand? I'm in the spirit that I'm scared that hey, it's a tight ship trying to get to Yahweh Shema Shai. My fear is of the Lord. My fear is in Yahweh Shema Shai. I'm praying daily that I'm in that number. I don't want what he's about to give. And what he's been given and giving is going to give to a high level to the wicked, to the heathen, and also to the 2/3. But it's a tight spot to get one of them numbers. I can't even hit the lotto. Try to hit the lotto. It's worse than the odds for the lotto. So how? And we know that's rigged anyway. But the point is, okay? But the point is, out of all the people in the world, and out of all the Yashala, Somebody not gonna make it. It's gonna be a whole bunch of somebody. All right. So I'm gonna end it on this right here. I'll give you about wisdom, a wise man. Okay. Right quick. Let me I just the spirit. I'm gonna say the spirit because as I was just here. Okay. All right. Yep, right here. Just right quick because I said the fear, right? So I want to bring it out in scripture. This is Proverbs chapter 9, verse 10. The fear of the Lord, and like I said, I'm in fear. I'm in fear of Yahweh Shemal Shai. Okay, so when y'all ask, oh, he said he in fear. You damn right I'm in fear. I'm in fear of Yahweh Shemal Shai, like I said. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And the knowledge of the whole of the holy is understanding. So you damn right I'm in fear of the Lord. And there's some tight shit. We roll it in the air. It's gonna be some tight spots. It's gonna be hard to get in. Okay. Now, this is Sirach chapter 18. I read out of there yesterday, but I'm gonna go down because this is a perfect point, and I'm gonna close out on this. That's my last scripture. This is Sirach chapter 18, verse matter of fact, I'm gonna jump to this is Sirach chapter 18, Slakia, verse 25. Okay. In the time of plenty, think of the time of hunger. In the days of wealth, think of poverty and need. From morning to evening, conditions change. From morning to evening, conditions change. And all things move swiftly before the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah. So shit changes. From the span of the early morning to the fucking evening, some shit done changed. Something done popped off. Some shit done went down. It was one way, and you look up, it's another way the next minute. 1 minute you here, next minute you gone. See? And they change swiftly, fast. Okay? A wise man, okay? A wise man is cautious in everything. Before I move, leave a group, before I jump and run and do what I want to do, just because I think in my head that it's the right thing to do, I'm cautious. I ain't making a move until I know the Lord got us doing it. I'm gonna get in the spirit. If it take me 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I'm gonna keep praying Yahweh Shemal Shah, show and guide me the way, lead and guide my path, guide my steps. Because I know the Lord is long suffering. The Lord will leave you in a tough situation for a minute to check your spirit, to check where your mind is at, to see if you soft as fuck. See? Read. Now this is wisdom. This is what a wise man gonna do. See? Now I believe in wisdom. She's the most beautiful thing we can get. I believe in using wisdom all the time. Constantly on it. Constantly thinking of it. See? I'm not in the flesh fighting the spirit. I'm in the spirit fighting the flesh. I watched the video. Well, listen to a video. And somebody said those words and flipped it. But I'm listening because I'm in the spirit. Warring against the flesh. This brother said he in the flesh warring against the spirit. Didn't catch it. Never did he correct it. I'm cautious of what I say. And if I say it and I slip, I catch it, I go back and change that up. Make sure I'm saying that right. Slip of the tongue, that was Satan. Okay. A wise man is cautious in everything. And in days of sin, he guards against wrongdoing. Every intelligent man knows wisdom. Every intelligent man knows wisdom. And he praises the one who finds her. Those who understand sayings become skilled themselves and pour forth apart proverbs. Do not follow your base desire, but restrain your appetites. Because you're cautious as fuck. You should be caught when you speak against another so-called man of the Lord. Be cautious of what you say when you say it. If you don't agree with your elders, shut the fuck up. You need to be cautious what you're saying. If you don't agree with the men that the Lord put over you, you need to be slow to speak out your mouth. Be cautious what spirit you in. If you allow your soul to take pleasure in base desire, it will make you the laughing stock of your enemies. Do not revile in great luxury. But the point is, a wise man, this is Sirach 18 and 27, a wise man is cautious in everything. I'm cautious in everything. I'm slow to make a move on because I know Yahweh Shemashai is long suffering. I ain't making a move. I'm waiting on the Lord. Because I know the Lord. I don't know what spirit the Lord done put on me. You gotta check it before you wreck yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. You know? Hey, shalom, Aqua, been a minute. Shalom. But hey, brothers got to be very slow and very cautious on what they say and what they do. Watch which prophets, which man of the Lord you talk about, you go against. You got to watch what you say. You know? Read that again, and I'm going to get ready to close out. Caught me at the end, Aqua. This is Sirach 18 and 27. A wise man is cautious in everything. And in the days of sin, he guards against wrongdoing. Every intelligent man knows wisdom. And he praises the one who finds him. Hey, I'm Yaquan from YSO, Yahushua Sanctified Ones. Still here, still in effect, still pushing the word. You know, sometimes, you know, like I said, working these jobs, you know, you work for Satan, it beats you down, and, you know, I might have an off week, but I'm always going to praise Yahweh Shemel Shai. You know, if you don't catch me on here on the videos, you know, I'm always praising the Lord no matter what I do, everywhere I go. So, hey, to all y'all, keep staying strong, keep pushing, keep believing. You know, we don't have long. We almost out of here, and be cautious. Be cautious of what you say and who you say it against. What you do and who you do it against. And be cautious of yourself, because you don't know what spirit the Lord has put on you. If it's a spirit of wickedness, you never know. So be very careful on the moves you make and the next words that come out your mouth. And with that said, I want to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, call Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakat Kodash. Double honor to the apostle elders, great millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, salutation to all you Akim Akwaf through the four corners of the earth, all you speckled birds, all you Israelites that look like foreigners, Shalom, Abba, keep pushing, keep striving. We almost out of here. Praise Yahweh Shema Shah. Shalom. Shalom, Akbar.